The first 2 weeks was the hardest for me. And I think a lot of other people have that same experience. And through those 2 weeks, I was really trying to find myself. I gained, through this experience, self-love that I've never had my entire life, looking inside of myself and being able to walk these grounds. Like, I just love it. It just brings me lots of joy to talk about this facility, and they have so many programs to help others and myself to be able to get out of this facility and be able to keep working on my recovery and not focusing on the past, but moving on to the future. That this has a very spiritual sense about it. The individuals here who care for us are really there. Like, I have reached out during the hardest times of my life, and they've been able to sit and actually listen. And I think that's one of the hardest parts for me during treatment, was never feeling heard. And same with my personal life, I never felt heard. And the first time I ever really felt that was here at Acqua. So it's a beautiful place. The people are amazing, and it's so healing. To be able to heal, I had to look at the reality of my life. And I was able to do that. And go and walk in the grounds afterwards, like meditating as I'm walking and being able to connect with myself and connect what has been taught to me, was a huge spiritual experience. I've had tons of spiritual experiences here. Like, for instance, the reason why I have the tattoo on my neck is actually because of a spiritual experience here. I progressed fairly well in the military, finally ending up as a recruiter, but it was something that never fit who I was. I'm more of a peaceful person. And so throughout my military career, it was more just sticking to something that was providing for my family. And it really drew me down because I couldn't be myself. It was very structured, very controlling in a sense. And so I didn't want to do that anymore. And it had led me down several poor choices, I guess you could say. I ended up relapsing in 2016 and then getting help in 2017. And then this actual go around wasn't due to substance. It was all mental health. Because as a young child, you know, I never felt wanted, never felt really sense of love, but my parents loved me, my brothers and sisters loved me. It was just the way, you know, mental health is really hard to like determine what causes it, right? And so it was really, just took a real big toll on it, on my mental health, to the point where, like I said before, my willingness to live wasn't there. And so but coming here as a vet, like, they supported me. But I know in my heart, with, you know, my higher power that they helped me find, with the support and love of those at Acqua and my family, I know there's a brighter future out there, and I'm super excited about it. And, you know, I would never take away the experience from the military, but it's time to move forward, and this place helped me move forward from that. The trauma throughout my life, and for me, I can only speak on myself. I can't speak for others. Trauma in my life has been something that has affected me to the point where it causes issues on my everyday life, causes hardships. It stays in my mind. It haunts me day and night. And it doesn't have to be, everybody's trauma is different. No one can say, oh, that's not traumatizing. what Acqua really did for me in finding that was allowing myself to show that I'm still a man and being able to face those traumas and not putting them on the back burner. And being okay with crying, being okay with not the macho man. They guided me. They walked beside me through that. So I always felt alone. Even though I had so much support at home, I just didn't see it. And the first time I ever felt somebody walking beside me was here. Just overly blessed. I just can't show enough appreciation for what goes on here, the healing, the spiritual experiences, and real healing, not masking, not pushing it down, but mending my heart. The house is beautiful. Inside the house, there's lots of space. It never has felt crowded. But on the property, the beauty changes with the seasons. With the snow on the ground, walking around, hearing the snow underneath your feet, still hearing the waterfall, hearing winds and being able to, it takes you away from the real world, allowing you to really connect with yourself, or for me, allowed me to connect with myself. And it allowed me to find peace in my hardships, find peace in some of the wrong things that I did, and be able to work on figuring out how to fix relationships and leave those toxic relationships behind, either with myself or with somebody else. Or I think that's one of the huge things, because I've never been able to connect with my mental health that I am now because of these grounds. They aren't alone, that this journey is hard. I mean, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I was able to find my higher power. I was able to find self-love. I was able to find peace, fix my wrongs. If I can't fix it, then, at that point, that's where I move on. As long as I do my part, I'm able to move on. Acqua showed me. Acqua opened up so many different doors for me to expand my life. My life's just not stuck in one direction anymore. My life is grown to unlimited potentials. It's a place that accepts anyone with their hardships. It doesn't matter what you've done in your past. Acqua doesn't judge. They just want you to keep moving forward. They don't want you to sit in the past. They want you to work through it. And to find self-love, find healing, to be found for yourself is, this is the place to do it. It allows you to get there. And I love Acqua so much. There's almost nothing in this world I wouldn't do for Acqua.